So, one of my absolute favorite patterns, if you guys have been here for any amount of time, really, you'll know is the Daddy and Granddaddy Barlows, these like 5 inch Barlow knives, 5 inches closed, of course, blades like 4 inches or something like that, 4.5 normally. But, they're just larger Barlow knives pretty much. You can fit the whole thing in your hand, no problem, and you have a huge blade for cutting whatever food, if you're a hunter, dressing game, fish, anything like that. Sometimes it's nice to have a little bit larger blade for daily tasks if you really use a knife a lot, basically. That's why a lot of people carry modern folders instead of these little pocket knives, because generally speaking, having like a 3.5 inch blade is about perfect for everything. And some of the smaller knives, it's harder to cut bigger things with a smaller knife, obviously. Um, but anyway, the Granddaddy or Daddy Barlows are one of my favorite patterns. I have quite a few of them. This one's probably the most high quality one that I have at this point, I believe. This one is it's branded as a marbles knife, but I have my suspicions that Queen made these. Um, but you'll see there it says, Marbles or MSA Co. Gladstone, Michigan. That's where marbles used to be. Of course, now marbles are made in the same factory that makes Rough Rider knives. The modern marbles knives are. Um, I have, I think, one modern marbles knife, and then I have this one, which, like I said, I have my suspicions that these were made by Queen, but I don't know that for sure. They were definitely made in the USA. That I do know. The shield, the marble shield, is pinned. These handles are like it's like a laminated wood, really dark laminated wood. Um, Nickel silver bolsters. I think I already said the shield is pinned. The blade is made out of some sort of tool steel, I think. What does that say? I can't read it on the camera. Hold on. AIRDI 150. I don't know what that means. That might be the blade steel. I'm not sure. But I believe this is some sort of tool steel. I'm not sure if it's like a semi stainless tool steel like D2, or if it'll be closer to 1095 or O1 tool steel, and it'll start to patina and everything. I haven't really cut anything with it yet, like any food or anything. I think I may have carried it once, but I didn't really use it a whole lot. And it didn't get sweat on it or anything. So I don't know if it'll patina. I'll find that out once I start carrying it more regularly. But of course, I wanted to do a video on it before I really started to go ahead and throw it in my pocket a lot. Um, but yeah, I'm really a fan of these bigger knives, these Daddy Barlows, the large Coke bottle knives. I also really like the 97 by Great Eastern Cutlery. That's another knife that I really like. I really wish Great Eastern Cutlery would do a Daddy Barlow, but I don't know if that'll happen. Um, so this is probably about as close as I'm going to get as far as quality. And this knife is pretty well made. There's a small gap there. I think it's kind of hard to not have really small, minuscule gaps on a knife this big. Although, honestly, I'm not even sure if that is a gap. It might just be a difference in height between the liner and the back spring, and it just looks like a gap. Not sure. Either way, a gap that small is not a big deal. The blade doesn't wobble or anything. It's got these cool swedges on it. Yeah, I mean, the only reason why I suspect that this was made by Queen is because Queen has a similar model that has the like exact same blade shape. So I just kind of suspect that these are made by Queen. Like I said, I could be wrong about that, but that is my suspicion. And if Queen didn't make them, whoever made them did a really good job. So you can find these occasionally on eBay for around $100, or around that price. And it's probably worth it. Like I said, you're getting about a Great Eastern Cutlery quality knife for around $100, which is pretty much what you come to expect these days. Of course, Great Eastern Cutlery knives on the secondary market are insane. Knives like this are not. And knives that are branded as Shad Morgan or Queen are also getting kind of crazy. So, if you get your hands on these knives that were made by Queen, but don't actually say Queen on them, sometimes you can do a little bit better on them. Like I believe this knife was, and certainly like these Winchester knives were. Of course, like I said in one of my other videos, the Winchester knives do appear to be going up in price a little bit because I think people are realizing that they're basically a Great Eastern Cutlery knife before Great Eastern Cutlery existed. So yeah, expect to see prices go up on knives like this. Um, but yeah, well-made knife. Happy I got it. Another excellent addition to my Daddy or Granddaddy Barlow collection. I'm not really sure what the difference is between Daddy and Granddaddy Barlows. I think they're the same thing. I think it's just two different names for the same like pattern knife, which is why I use them interchangeably. But I could be wrong about that. I don't know everything. So if you guys know different, let me know or don't. It doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for this video on this marbles Daddy or Granddaddy Barlow. And I will see you guys in the next video. And hope you have a good day.